Good morning. I'm very happy about this. It gives me great hope for the future, actually, to see how quickly ideas change these days. Remember the word borders? This was a negative word just a few years ago. Somebody talked about borders and he would be called a fascist. And now it's a positive word. It is. You see this new flood, this new invasion coming from Turkey. People from the Middle East coming to Turkey. Turkey opened the borders and now all these people are coming to Europe. And now people talk about borders again. Yeah. One example is the Austrian Chancellor. His name is Kurz. I used to like him. I don't anymore. I changed my mind about Sebastian Kurz. Anyway, he's talking about Austria and borders. Now Austria is key here because it's right there in the middle next to Germany. So they are very nervous in Austria. And he said, "We are in constant contact with our partners in the EU. If the protection of the EU's external borders is unsuccessful, Austria will protect its borders," he says. Right. Now you don't talk about the EU and borders. It's stupid. No, they don't want borders. That people are starting to talk about borders again is a failure to the globalists. They don't want this talk at all, see. So that's stupid. It's up to the individual nation to protect the borders. Yeah. So, and Hungary, they are doing a good job, you know. Yeah, and they don't have the problems that Austria has, or France, or Germany, or Sweden, or Netherlands. They don't. Because they have borders in Hungary, real borders. And now Hungary closed transit zones. So it's no longer possible to apply for asylum until further notice. Yeah, I see what they are doing. They are smart in Hungary. What they are telling these people coming is that don't come here, you don't have a chance. You see, that's what they are doing. It's good. And you know, the EU and borders, they have this border control force. It's pathetic. It's called Frontex. Just the word is stupid, I think. Sounds like a hygiene product or something. Yeah. And you know, in the future, I believe there will be horror movies called Frontex, the danger. Yeah. Frontex came and our borders collapsed. Yeah. Yeah, they are pathetic. They don't like borders, these guys, you see. Okay, I also want to say something about the UK and the EU negotiating. I think they are starting to understand in the EU that this is a serious thing. Yeah. Now, I don't trust any of these guys in Brussels. They don't care about companies or nations. They care about themselves. Yeah, and their salaries, and their prestige, you see? That's what they care about. But at least this is a comment from the EU chief negotiator, Michel Barnier. Yeah, I can almost use a very bad word to describe this guy. He's a, yeah, that's what he is. Alright, so he said, "Our responsibility to EU citizens and companies is also to prepare for a scenario without agreements. In that case, the financial consequences would be serious." So they understand this at least. I don't think they care. That's one thing. No. Yeah, financial consequences. Exactly. The UK is a big market. They buy a lot of stuff from the other countries here in the EU. Sweden is a good example. We sell a lot of steel, for instance, to the UK. And if there was no deal, this would be a very serious thing for Sweden. Yeah, we make a lot of steel here, you see. So Sweden will suffer, absolutely, if these EU negotiators don't do a proper job. They have to make the UK happy. That's the thing. And you know, these guys from the UK doing the negotiations, I think they are tough. They want an independent nation again. They do. Just compare these guys to Theresa May. What a difference. I love it. All right. That's all. Bye.